Okay, so it's 2022, and what exactly happened in 2021? Now, 2021 is a very interesting year, I think, for many people. No different for myself. A lot of big changes coming into 2021. There was some good, there was some really bad, and there was some really, really bad. And so today, I thought I'd talk about kind of what my year of 2021 was like in terms of life in general, training, YouTube videos, and we're just going to go through and look at some big key points that, that I think are important for my 2021 journey. So it all started in January of 2021, obviously, and this is about the time when I really started getting into road biking. And, things were looking pretty grim at the beginning because we just had no hope for going back to competing for track and field in California. And so that was really disappointed about that, but, I was still training regardless. And this was about the time when I began to have thoughts of, starting to do a little bit more triathlon type of activities, doing a little bit more road biking. I did a lot. This is in January and February of 2021 is when I did my most volume of 2021 in general. I did a lot of biking, a lot of running, okay? And I think one video that I'm probably most proud of that I've done throughout 2021 was the life as an athlete in community college. Took a lot of work to do that video, and it was kind of something that this type of video I wanted to make for a long time, and so that was really, really good. And I think in that portion of 2021 I really learned that I can do a lot more volume. I can do a lot more, I have a lot more in me, and so I'm not, because sometimes we can feel like we're restricted to doing a certain amount of volume, or we feel like we can't push it any further, but that was just not the case. And let's see, now around February and April, hit around 200 subscribers, big point, and was doing around 12 hours of training per week, and I was super hyped on that. Really enjoying the weather here, just having a good time exploring new places on my bike. And then I got burnt out in March. I really just pushed it too hard, and that was kind of the first kind of low point of the year. I was riding a big high in the first few months, and I just didn't realize that you can't keep it going forever. So I didn't really give myself any rest, and I kind of got burnt out in March, but rebounded pretty quickly and ran my first race of the year. It was an unattached race, 1500 meter, and I got a new PR, which was super cool. And then that's when we kind of started doing our few races. I ran a 5K and got another PR there. Not anything too impressive, but did it by myself. Still doing a lot of running training. My focus, my training really switched gears in this period because we're actually doing a few races. So I was mainly running, not doing a whole lot of biking anymore. And then go a couple months. Oh, and then I finally did my last 1500 meter race where I ran 4 flat. It was really fun. That was in May. That was on my birthday, actually. It was a really fun race. Felt like I raced it really well. Probably my last track race. It could have been my last track race ever. And then after that, it was summer. Out of school, doing a lot of more cross training. I started swimming at this point, and that's when I rode 100 miles on my bike, which was super cool. Super hard. My taint does not thank me for that. And then throughout that summer, just kind of not doing a whole lot of mileage. I don't know, really, I can't really remember, but really just kind of getting ready to move to college. And that was something that was, really pressing on my mind for a lot, for those last few months, and trying to figure out how it was going to be, kind of feeling tired and stagnant here at home, and kind of wanted to just finally be out and free to go live on my own. And so that's when I moved to Idaho to go to college, and this started a big fiasco in my life. Going to college, going to a 4-year, going away from home. And so this is when I started kind of training and focusing on joining the cross country and track team at Idaho. And that took a lot longer than I had anticipated, and it took a lot more out of me than I had originally thought was going to take out of me. I ran a 3K PR. Well, I never ran a 3K before. I ran an 8K cross country race, which is, ran against a bunch of other, D1 runners, and I did pretty good. And considering all the other factors of, whatever excuses I want to come up with, it was a really draining period mentally for me, balancing classes, balancing my own life, and balancing training as well. And so I just felt like I was in a really big head fog, and it was not good. And I just got so wrapped up in trying to achieve this certain goal of, joining this team, not purely just to say I could do it, but because I wanted to be a part of a group, and I wanted to be a part of a team. And that was the main thing that I learned, is the reason for doing all of this and for joining a team and for running, and is to be with other people and to have that shared experience. And I had to kind of rethink a lot of why I was training and why I was doing a lot of the things that I was doing during that time. And I think it was probably one of the toughest points in the year, one of the toughest points in a long time. And I'm just happy to be out of it now. And then after that, we started rolling through 2021. Started getting, after I got the weight off my shoulders that I wasn't going to be on the team, you can go check out those videos why. I just felt a lot of pressure off, and I started enjoying training again, started doing a lot more biking, a lot more swimming, and still doing some running, just get so burnt out of running. And that's when we just started turning the focus inwards. Delayed gratification, starting to come up with better concrete plans of what I'm going to be doing in 2022, setting goals. And honestly, it was probably the best way to end off 2021 is coming out of that head fog that encapsulated the most of, from August to November, and just, getting back into it and kind of training and enjoying it. And even though it's different, it's in Idaho, and you just really, what I have is more hope on the horizon. And so we'll see how 2022 treats us. I hope it goes well, but I always end up coming back here at the end of each year, and yeah, I've made a lot of progress. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I've been doing, I trained, twice as much as I did in 2020 and 2021, and still think I have a lot of potential as an athlete, and obviously as a human. So the progress is always forward, the projections are always forward, and if we don't have optimism, then what do we have? So give me, you know, a little bit to get rolling going into 2022. Getting back into classes and everything. I got to figure out my schedule. But I'm really excited. I think that this is going to be a big year and a big turning point in my sporting career. And, you know, as always, I say this all the time, but we're just getting started, dude. So here we come, 2022. Hope you guys are excited as well as I am to get going into the new year. Took a nice time off, went to Hawaii, had a good vacation, and now we're rearing and ready to go. So let's go. I'll keep you guys updated. Hope you guys are doing well. And I'll see you in the next couple weeks.
Bread it up like sandwich. Are you okay? Working on my tantric hand trick for your host sake.